Welcome back, everyone. Bumpy McSquigums here, and we are going to continue to delve deeper into the Dungeons of Dredmor. So, without any further mumbo jumbo, let's get moving. We'll finish off level 1. There's not much left. I would probably... I'm thinking maybe if we level one more time, we'll go back and see if we can... Oh, there's a boss right there. Well, we're going to use this as our weapon. Apparently, there's also a blobby.
Critical hits.
Oh, that was good. We completely took him out in one shot.
Critical hits.
Gotta say, that is my favorite kind of boss fight. A one-hitter quitter, as they say. Alright, so moving right along, we have another boss. Surprise! Or he teleported. Ooh. Oh, we countered.
Critical hits.
And we have him down. There we go, guys. I guess somehow he got knocked through the door. I don't know. I do not know. But either way we look at it, he is down and out, and we are still standing tall. So that is quite all right with me. All right, we will move our dire sandwich up here, and we will continue. Oh, gotta make sure I don't step on these traps that I know are here. You see these statues? There's almost always a trap in line with them, somewhere down the way. And that doesn't mean that's the only place you'll see traps. Alright, we're gonna have to once again visit
Your inventory is full.
our wizard area because, as you just heard, our inventory is full. So, we're going to make... Oops, wrong button. Sorry about that, guys. We are going to make our little cell pile right over here. Let's go through this really quick. Actually, I want to look at that. We have 2, 1, and 2 versus... Yeah, no, we're not going to be replacing 7 dodge rating. I just don't see that happening, guys. I don't see it. So we are going to empty that, throw our ingots, that's right, our zinc ingots and all others, into the ingot pile. There, so I thought I saw at least one more. Oh, there's even another one. Steel right there. Excuse me. We're going to throw our raw materials in here. Again, I don't have any crafting abilities, as it were. So there's a pretty good chance that I will not actually utilize any of this stuff. But for now, you never know. So we're going to throw it over there anyway. Alright, so we have an entire row of food. We have a little bit more food added. That is, I believe, cheese. Yes, it is cheese. And we are going to toss this into the pile, and we'll throw the mushroom in there. And I think that's going to be about it. I mean, I'm liking the fact that we have so many bolts, but we're starting to get to the point where we have too many. We may have to start storing ammo in here, which I'm quite alright with. Alright, so we're going to open our lutefisking cube. We can do that. We're going to throw that in there. We are going to hear the sound lag like crazy. And we are going to attain our lutefisk. Alright. So I'm going to, and I will do this periodically, guys, so you'll have to bear with me and forgive me for this, but I'd rather have successful recordings and have you guys sit around for a second or two while I check, than to fail at recording and have you guys lose entire chunks of the gameplay. We're going to Alt-Tab real quick. Hopefully nothing explodes. It is recording. Everything does look fine on this end. So, good. Good. Alrighty. Is there actually anything in the barbecue? No. There was nothing. Well, we found bolts. And we even stole one. And those are apparently different. Yes, yes they are. Alright. Really barbed iron. I think I'm going to probably... Oh, there we go. Look at that. The bolt of mass destruction. Can't afford it, but that is sick. we're going to buy up a lot of these real quick. Some of the cheaper ones anyway. Simply because we can just go back and store them immediately, and they will not be a big deal, and if we ever run out, we have more sitting around waiting for us. So, bear with me while I buy up a lot of these, and I think that's pretty good. We are going to go, actually, and drop them off really quickly. This is going to be our bolt pile over here. Yeah, these are all kind of low-end bolts. This is probably one of the higher-end ones. Couple pretty high-end ones there. We'll keep that in stock. We'll keep that in stock. That's fine. That's a little bit higher up. We'll throw that out. That's higher up. We'll throw that out as well. Keep that. I'm gonna dump that. What do we got here? Well, sure, we'll keep it. It pierces the soul itself. I imagine that's probably really, really strong, but we're gonna keep it just in case. And yeah, I think that's good. We'll drop that as well. Oh, well, we have quite a few actually. We have more than I thought we did. Okay. We'll dump that. We'll still have some of the lower end ones back here in our storage. And I think that is going to be quite alright for us. Alright, so let's get on with our adventure. I apologize, guys. Looting is always one of those things that you just have to deal with when it comes up. There's no two ways around it, as they say. And boom.
Critical hit.
Well, I'm a little sad. I won't lie to you. I'm a little sad in the fact that I'm not seeing a lot of recovery of the bolts that we're firing, and we just increased one of our stats from in episode 2 that, well, I guess not stats, but skills, that was supposed to increase our ability to recover ammo that we use to fire, so slightly disheartening, and that figures. Alright, let's take a look. Nothing really all that amazing. That 2 swiftness? Nimbleness, rather. Yeah, I think we're okay. We don't need any of that stuff. There's a little bit I could sell. The axe. Yeah. Just some small stuff. And we'll push right along. Alright, so we'll grab that dig leg. And we are getting down to the very end of this level. Which excites me in many, many ways. Oh, somehow we have a gnome that appeared behind us. That is going to suffer a fate worse than... Okay, actually he's going to suffer death. So, he's going to suffer the fate death. And we're going to murder the evil potato.
Critical hit.
Critical, yeah, we're awesome. What was also a little bit weird there was, I don't know if you noticed, one of my bolts landed there on the ground, and then when I fired, it disappeared, so... Yeah, a little bit strange. Don't know what to tell you, but that's okay. We have a dire sandwich there. We're moving right along. Ooh, there's a shiny axe up there, which we will go and gather. So that might have been part of our quest, no? Suppose we did all the quest. Yeah, we took them both to the eyeball shrine. That's correct. I recall. I remember. Ouch. Aha. They seem, oops, upset with me. And boom, he's down. Well, we have a couple decent items actually that we might want to consider. We'll roll the dice with our staff. Alright, he is pleased by you. Look at that. Bam, we get extra stats on our amazing weapon. And boom. Already we're looking better. Alright, at some point, I should probably use the teleporters to hop around and see if we can increase our poncho with no name. Which I suppose if it's called a poncho, that is technically its name? I don't know. I don't know how it works, guys. I simply don't know. Alright, so we're going to explore this bottom right area, and then I believe we will have the entire level 1 of the dungeon cleared. And then we will get to move into dungeon level 2 and see what will befall us there, what awaits us. Will we live? Will we die? Who's to say? Who is to say? We will continue to get all these little things that we're never ever going to make, but that's okay because it's nice to see what's out there. Alright, Conan the Librarian. Alright, or Librarian if you prefer. So we're going to go back down to our assassination tree, and we're going to get a venomous infusion. Infuse your weapon, or boot, with a vile poison. Lasts for only a few attacks, so make it count. Alright, so we now have our first active ability here. So, that's something. And apparently, we have run out of arrows. Or bolts, as it were, that we were using. So we will switch to the copper ones. We will select those, and we will fire on the diggle. Double down on the diggles. Oh, we missed. And smack, and you are gone. Alright, we'll reclaim that one bolt that we missed with. We'll gather all these goodies, we'll open the door, and find yet another store. Alright, so let's see what we're looking at here. That is a headpiece, which is not going to be able to compete with our amazing fedora. We have a crossbow, we have 3 damage versus 1, 1, and 1. Resistances versus flat damage. I'm leaning toward picking that up, actually. I think that is what I will do, in fact. We are going to buy out this crossbow, and we are going to equip it. We will, however, save this other crossbow simply because, like I said, I'm kind of new to the game. I don't know everything that I'm doing. I have a pretty good understanding of at least the basic concepts. I can make it through level 1. I know kind of how to handle myself. I'll still make bad choices, and I'm sure my skill build is absolutely ridiculously awful. But, again, I don't want to throw anything away that I might need. I don't know how much resistances are going to come into play later in the game, so we will err on the side of caution. We'll get our grizzly trophy. We'll loot our diggle egg. We'll trigger this lever and down the door. I gotta say, I'm a little surprised that we're out of lockpicks. And there we go. Entering pants. I believe our lederhosen is better. It is. Handheld weaponry dispenser. Don't really care about that. Could gather more lutefisk out of it, but you pull the lever. Pull. Okay. We kick down the door yet again. We pew pew baddie. We shoot the gnome in the back. We smack the gnome in the front. Once. Twice. 3 times the lady. Oh, yeah, I went there. I'm sorry I made that reference. Oh, hello. A whole army of gnomes coming at me now.
Critical hits.
Alright, well, we will have to do what we can to take care of these guys. And we once again ran out of bolts, but that's not too bad. Alright, well, the good news is he can run, but he can only run so far. So yeah, he's kind of in a bad spot. And now he's dead. So the gnomes from behind assault tactic did not seem to go so well for them. Now did it? I don't think so. That's right, I am just too incredibly good and powerful. We'll check out the propaganda poster. Fear the large eyebrowed one. It brings strange diseases. Fight to the last. Apparently I'm diseased.
Critical hits.
I've known it all along, I just didn't share. But now that it's out in the open, I feel pretty good, you know? It's good to get that off my chest. Or is it? It's whatever. It's whatever, guys. Alright, we're gonna loot ourselves some more diggle eggs and continue on. We will... Ooh, not a 100% trap victory, huh? We're nearly out of these bolts. And it looks like we are actually completely out now. Let's see, we'll go with our poison bolts. Sure, why not? I'll hook those bad boys up.
Critical
Oh,
hits.
look at that. That is rather beautiful. Of course, now I can't loot anything for a few seconds, but I'll have to remember that those are used mainly... Man. Mainly for, we're gonna swap. Those are like crowd control bolts. So if we have a giant amalgamation of creatures wanting our souls, fire one of those disease bolts in there, poison bolts if you will, and we clear out an entire area. It's a win-win for everyone but the creatures that we kill. Alright, slap, 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 Diggle dies, we'll grab the egg, we're gonna have Diggle omelet later. I swear it will happen, guys. I will make a Diggle omelet, I promise you. We are going to continue to... Oh, we trigger a trap. No, we're gonna... No, we're fine. Alright. We are going to... The chest. Oh, no, there's Diggles. Yeah, not really the most menacing of things. At one time, I actually went on a teleporter, I believe. It was quite terrifying. I don't know what level I actually teleported to, but considering I got to the 4th or 5th level... I did finally lose my other playthrough, guys. I believe it was on the 5th level. It might have been the end of the 4th. I did finally fall, but, yeah, I teleported to some really, really nasty place at level 1, where I think I leveled up once at this point. And, yeah, it wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty at all. Alright, so right now we are clear with level 1, so we're going to go right now into level 2. We are going to double check our recording. It is still going. We are 17 minutes and 10 seconds in. And to the stairs we go. And, ooh, there's an immediate boss. So we are going to fire in the hole.
Critical hits.
And smack. Smack. And victory is ours. Gonna wait for the enraged Diggle to get closer. Smack. Our health is holding. Smack. And down. Alright, throwing knives. I haven't seen those before. That's always good. Oops. Don't walk into our own poison. Alright, so welcome to level 2, guys. It's kind of scary to start level 2 with a boss in the same room as you. And walking over fire repeatedly, definitely not highly recommended. So we're going to gobble up some cheese. We're going to hit spacebar a few times to heal up. And we're going to continue on. Now remember, guys, for all of you who have not played this and don't really know what's going on and you're just kind of tuning in for the first time and you live under a rock or something and you've never heard of Dungeons of Dredmor, no. But if you've never played the game and you don't know what's going on, if I die, that's the end of this playthrough. So we're going to do our very, very best to not let that befall us. Oh, hello. Diggle's leaping out of the ground. Oops.
Critical hits.
Really? Critical hit and it did no damage? Hey, it's a super Diggle.
Critical hits.
There we go. Maybe those things that we just fought, the arrows passed right through without doing damage? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what happened there. Because I hit him a few times and they said critical hit, but his health only moved once when I shot him. So, yeah, stuff to keep in mind. Open the chest, get the traffic cone, plastic ore, and steel bolts, which I believe is what we have. So that's excellent to
Critical hits.
gain an even larger supply of the bolts that we're using. That's nice to see. All 3 of those we got to recover that we fired. So, if we can keep that up, we will be looking really good in the future. Alright. So, if I can actually click on the... Oh boy. This is one of those times where we're going to switch over to our poison bolts, and then we're going to back up, and we're going to slap the Diggles as they come to us. Because Diggles don't really do a tremendously large amount of damage, we will counter half of them. They took a lot of damage coming through. In fact, 3 of them died, it looked like. So, yeah. Oh, one's still alive. And he's down. And there we go. that is where the poison bolts will shine. So, yeah, I've never really had a lot of AoE opportunity in my previous playthroughs. So it's kind of nice to see how effective AoEs can be. It would have been nice to have a little bit more distance between myself and the Diggle army, but you know, you take what you can. You're given a certain amount, and you take what you can get out of it, so. Alright. I think we are going to go work on it. Oh, I'm going to stop triggering traps. I do it all the time. It's horrible of me. We're going to throw our Poncho with no name in here. He is pleased by us. He gave us 1 mana. Kind of worthless, but hey. You know what? I still like it. It makes it stronger. If we ever do end up using mana, which I suppose is... No, it's only on a timer. Well, we have mana, guys. We have mana. Mana. Alright, we will loot up these runes as we once again have a small lag spike there. We will place them back on the ground. And of course we didn't walk far enough, so there we go. Fine linen shirt, and pull the lever, and it's a food. And we stole that. Alright, do we have fresh steak somewhere? I don't know what that is. Maybe. Oh, it's not. Oh, we have regular steak, fresh steak, grilled steak, and aged steak. So yeah, we're looking pretty good on that front. I think we're gonna use the lutefisk cube just to save ourselves from having to go back. Get rid of some of these. Oops, some of these traps. Now you'll notice I save all these potions. I never use them. I don't know why I even bother saving them, to be honest, but it's just a habit I get into. You know, potions always seem to be something you want to keep around, so I'm always hesitant, and I just despise having to throw things like that out. But, like I said, things are going alright. We're doing pretty good here. We haven't died, which is always an excellent thing. We are missing lockpicks. Oh no. Okay, good, it's still in there. I thought I hit escape and I closed that, and I thought I lost the lutefisk that I just obtained. Alright, so we're gonna fire on...
Critical hits.
Oh, we hit the blob thing. Took some damage, nothing too big. Apparently we have a hard time hitting ectoplasmic accessions.
Critical hits.
Alright, we're just gonna beat him down with our stick. That's right, we're gonna use our beatdown stick. Come on, Death. There we go. Now Death is excited. Oh, that actually hurt a little bit. Seems like we do still quite a bit more damage with our melee weapon than we do with our ranged, even though we have an okay crossbow and we're using bolts that have +3 damage. So sadly our ranged attack is only 5. I guess bolts don't count into that, so maybe it's 8. We really gotta find some lockpicks, guys. I believe every chest is supposed to have something, and if you bash it open, you have a chance of destroying what's inside. That's my guess. I could be totally wrong on that, but it seems that every time I have lockpicks, I get something out of chests. Whenever I don't, there's always that possibility that... Well, there we go. That wasn't so bad. There's always that possibility that we destroy whatever's inside. Alright, mass pitting mechanism above. Now this could be a horrible, horrible thing. We're gonna pull the... Uh-oh. We're gonna pull the trigger. We have an enraged Diggle with quite a bit of health. We're gonna use one of our poison bolts to upset the masses. And we're gonna hopefully finish the undead white. We did not, unfortunately. But he's gonna walk into range, or float into range, I guess. And they are going to suffer a horrible, horrible death at the hands of my big stick. Oh. There's still an enraged Diggle running around. He seems a little bit afraid of me right now. Can't say as I blame him. And there we go. He is down. We need to find a new bolt to replace our old bolt. We'll go with the cruel plastic one. That's fine. Alright, we're going to continue to move along, guys. We're doing pretty good, I think. We haven't died yet, so that's always good. Dungeons of Dredmor is a game about failing. And failing less as you get more experienced. So if I'm failing this little now, I can only imagine how good I'm going to be later. Prepare to reroll. Yeah, I don't think so, guy. Alright, well, we don't need to waste bolts on that guy. So we are going to attempt to use our last poison bolt over here. We're going to upset the masses, I realize. But I'm okay with that. Alright, so Death's moving forward. Let him come more closer. Smack him. Smack him again. Put some damage on her. More damage on her. And finish her off with a slap with the beatdown stick. The enraged Diggle doesn't look too happy. And he also didn't seem to take any damage from the giant poison cloud that was there.
Critical hit.
Alright, so he's down. We get some more cheese, some sewer brew. Bookshelves. Oh, that's pretty cool. Now I'm kind of sad that I didn't actually get a crafting skill, because some of the stuff that we've been finding is looking just exceptionally fun. But I suppose that's okay. Alright, looks like we have another statue of Dredmor, and quite a bit of guys coming at us here. So we'll see what we can do at range. Finish them off. Oh, I wanted to reclaim some of my bolts, but that doesn't appear to be in the cards. Death doesn't look super happy with us. But things are going just fine. Let's see if we can fire on the zombie. Oh, looks like we ran out of bolts again. And we'll finish him off with a slap with a stick, and down he goes. You can make the pun, you know, oh, slapstick comedy. That's not funny. Oh, our inventory is full, guys. Well, it looks like we are going to get some heroic vandalism going there. We are going to be visiting our wizard's realm yet again. We are going to apparently close all the menus instead of doing what I wanted to do. Do we gain any new crafting stations? We did. Another one of these. Alright, I know we have the plastic ore. I believe we have some platinum. Yes, we do. We have some gems, which we will throw into the pile of gems. That is a plum, not a gem. Amber's a gem. It's not a cheese, even though it looks like a cheese. I suppose we'll move a cheese there. And we have a citrine. Alright, so now we will come over here and we will unload more things that we will want to sell eventually. Oh, club. Ooh, a stony wand. We will add this to the things we will possibly use again in the future. I doubt it, but it's possible, guys. You never know what's going to happen. I think we're about done with that. So we'll come over here, we'll throw our one singular ingot into the pile. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that all we have to do now is lutefisking it up, guys. Lutefisking it up with our couple traps, our sewer brews, and that thingy. Alright, and that's going to do it for us there. We're actually getting pretty close to wrapping up this episode. I'm glad it's actually going on a little bit longer. See, my fear with like FTL is I don't think I'm going to get more than 2 or 3 episodes out of it. I'm not that great at the game, and the game isn't that long to begin with. So, you know, it's one of those risky things, playing that game and not being able to actually throw a whole lot of content your way. I'm going to start our Ease 2 run-through real soon. So that's something to look forward to if you enjoyed Ease 1 and me dying repeatedly at the end boss. Alright, we're going to try this. Well, that worked really well. Now we have even more power with our melee attacks. I want to say right-click damage. It's the Dota 2 and me speaking, but that's not right-click damage because that's actually our ranged attacks. Alright. So, we got 5 more attacks. Poison. Wow, that does a lot of damage. Remind me when I play a melee guy to go this route. I mean, I'm sure it's partially the crack cocaine talk. No, I'm kidding. There's no crack cocaine. It's partially the amazing weapon I have that's really helping me out. Look, power level 1370. What? I don't know what that means. But that's okay. Alright, so we went with that. What do we get next? Sneaky Shiv. Honing the skill in Adventurer Prison. You compulsively construct concealed weapons from everyday items and can use them to perform secretive attacks that may not even be noticed by the target. Until it's too late. This ability is automatically used when the opportunity presents itself. We're going to probably finish off our crossbow in the next 2 levels, and then we'll finish off Assassination. And then we'll figure out what we're going to do from there. We are now a Maverick. When you shoot to kill, aim for the heart. You have a chance to bore a bolt deep into the flesh of your target. Well, that sounds fantastic. It really does. Alright, well, we are going to poison up our stick again. And our beatdown stick is going to be a brutal. A rough iron axe. We have some, what was that, Pinot Noir? I don't know. Solution of gold, interesting. Merlot, aquamarine. We're gonna break the fancy urn. Get a, what was that? Did it say Bolt Classic? It did. Due to popular demand, Bolt Classic has been brought back. It's the Bolt you love, the Bolt you take home, the Bolt you grew up with, Bolt Classic. This message funded by the Bolt Council. You guys ever do play the game on your own? Definitely sit down and read some of the stuff. From all accounts, 734 was a very good year. I mean, they do a really, really good job. Aged blue cheese. This cheese is from ages long ago, or long past. Also, blue. I mean, they have some funny writing. You know, you look at the game and you're like, well, there's no storyline, no this, no that. But they still get their writing in, and it is phenomenal. My favorite one, or one of my favorite ones, is still when you get sliced bread. The greatest thing since itself. Come on, how can you compete with that, guys? That is really good. Alright, Dwarven Express Post. No idea what that means. We're going to break down another one of the statues of Dredmor, because we are vandals. I am not going to break out into some Vanilla Ice music, or song, or dance, or any of that. Though I did see an interesting commercial, speaking of Vanilla Ice. Might have been on the internet, might have been on TV. I don't watch much TV. In fact, I watch nearly no TV at all. I'm talking like maybe an hour a month if we're lucky. I do watch shows and things on Netflix or on, Ooh, alright, this is how I died last time. So we are going to not do this yet. I'll watch shows on, oh, hello. On Netflix, I'll watch shows on just internet websites. So I don't do a whole lot of actual just TV any longer. Oh, we need to get out of that poison. We're doing pretty good. Sorry guys, I'm it's turn-based and I'm focusing really hard. So yeah, I don't know guys. I don't know. We're gonna go with Bolt Classic. It seems like it is time to whip out the Bolt Classic. Alright. I'm gonna smack her. Smack her. Bolt Classic's gonna come out and smack her twice. We're gonna finish off this one. Finish off this one. And we are looking pretty darn good, guys. Things are definitely going in our favor. Bolt Classic is making short work of these guys. We can even reclaim some of our plastic bolts, which is always a good thing. Keeps us strong, keeps us going. Alright, so break that down. Oh, I thought it was like a elven cheese grater or something. It's an ingot grinder. Alright. Dare I, dare I, dare I. Well, there is a teleporter here, so worst case scenario, I can teleport to my doom. Let's see where the teleporter leads. Yeah, it leads here. So, what we're going to do is smack death in the face. Poison our weapon, smack death in the face again. Smack the diggle. Smack the diggle again. Death is actually going to kill himself, so that's excellent. Oh. There's all sorts of bad things happening over there. I believe the mummy farted. There's a big stink bomb over there. Smack the mummy in the face a couple of times, and boom, our room is clear. I'm going to attempt to trigger some more traps.
Eat food to regain
Oh,
health.
we're actually pretty hurt. Alright, so we are actually going to get to use some of this food that we have been storing for many, many months now. Because we really haven't taken much damage up until this point. Alright, spacebar our way to health, and we're pretty close to full. We're going to scald ourselves with the steam trap, because that's what serious trap enthusiasts do. They like to test the traps to make sure they work well. Alright, so we're going to eat, I don't know, one of the plums, and we're going to get to full health. And when we achieve full health, which we are almost there, we are going to equip one of our Bedacian bolts here in a second. First, we're going to use this, then one of our Bedacian bolts, and we're going to try our very best to either get an amazing item, which we did. We got a ridiculously good dagger weapon. Wow, that might even be better than our staff. I don't know. You got what? 2, 3, 1. That's 6, 7, 8 plus 2, or yeah, 6, 7, 8 plus 2. So what, we're looking at 10. Let's see. We're looking at, so yeah, that's way better. We lose what? 1 mana and 1 nimbleness. I'm gonna keep it still, but that's pretty darn good. That's really, really good. Alright, we're gonna try it again. And we got something else. We got this mace that's not quite as impressive, but still, it's not too horribly awful. We're gonna use our lutefisking cube here. We're gonna get rid of some of the junk we have in our inventory. We have not found a store yet, so it looks like we will be taking a trip back eventually to, we're just gonna get rid of a lot of this stuff. We're gonna take a trip back to our wizard realm, and we are going to drop off a lot of our stuff there that we're going to eventually, one day, in theory, actually sell. Alright. I think we're pretty good there. We're gonna roll the dice. We're gonna gamble. It may cost us. Wow, it did not cost us. Well, that is phenomenal, guys. Well, I'm excited. I am very excited by the prospect of us having actually looted all 3 chests, and, well, for one, being bold enough to do it, because as I told you, I died before doing this. And I feel pretty powerful now. I was just able to walk through there and just own it. So we're gonna come down here and we're gonna smack the crap out of death because we can.
Critical hits.
I think we swung our dagger. I'll have to assume. It looked like we were kicking to me at first. That's why I kind of went like, do we have it equipped? Okay, yeah, we are swinging our dagger. My goodness. Well, we don't need to waste those really good bolts then, so we're gonna smack them with a regular bolt. Alright. And we are going to head up. And I think we're gonna call a close to this episode, guys. We'll do it right now. We'll clear this little area out in the middle here, and then we'll call the episode. But I want to thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this has been relatively entertaining to you guys. But I'm doing okay. I'm not making you bash your heads against the walls too many times. A little head bashing, you know, makes you feel like you're alive. Lets you know, hey, I'm here. I'm still breathing. And you're probably going to hurt some brain cells, but, you know, most of us have brain cells to spare. Not all of us, but some of us do. So, if you're overly smart and to the point where you actually upset people because you're that much more intelligent than them, feel free to bash your head against a wall. Just a couple times. Only a couple. You just want to get on the same level as everyone else. You don't want to become, like, really, really ridiculously stupid. We don't want to see a bunch of Zoolanders walking around because of my advice. But, you know, thinking about it overall, you should probably just avoid bashing your head against anything in general. It's really not a good practice to get into. It can be fun on occasion, but overall, it's usually pretty bad to do such a thing as this. I mean, you see what happens when we kick the door. Ooh, that was not a pretty look. We picked up offal. You really think I'm going to eat that? No. I'm going to turn that into lutefisk. And I'm not going to eat that either. But you see what happens to our foot when we kick in doors, right? Blood splatters, and we injure ourselves. So can you imagine how worse it's going to be with a wall that's not going to break in, and your head, which houses your brain, and other critically important things. You know, maybe in one of the things you crack your neck. It's just, you should avoid smashing your head against the wall. In general, it just seems like a bad idea. The more I think about it, the more I'm going to have to say, don't do it, kids. Don't do that at home or anywhere else. Anyhow, guys, my tangent is over. Head bashing, while it sounds cool, probably isn't. We're gonna apparently have to kill the Diggle army that is coming to slay us. While we poke them with our little dagger. You know, it seems like we're doing more damage, or it says we're doing more damage, but I'm not really feeling it. I'm pretty sure I was able to kill the Diggles in one shot before. I'm pretty certain of that. So we will finish off the Diggles. They are down. We knock the offal out of that one. We'll gather this up. Alright, we will not gather that up. We'll use our lutefisk cube to get rid of just a couple of items, and then we are going to call it, guys. So again, thank you for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, do any and all of those things. Hopefully I've entertained you guys just a tad, and that you guys will come back and watch my future episodes. This has been episode 3 of Bumpy McSquigums delves deep into the Dungeon of Dredmor, doing his Let's Play of said game. So until next time, I am Bumpy McSquigums, and I will see you guys later.